Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the Back Office Teardown Lab. Today I've received something from Seed, and I've used Seed in the past and I've bought things which have been, I don't know if they're designed by Seed or distributed or made, but those are like electronic gadgets. But this is the first time I've actually ordered boards from Seed, so I thought let's try some boards. And in full disclosure, they did sponsor these boards, if I recall. I mean, it was a little bit of a while ago and there was a little bit of a delay because there were some Chinese holidays, but they did send them. It did take a bit of time. And what I did was I actually ordered a few different kinds of board because I wanted to try sort of several designs, some tried and tested and some new. So these are, let's see what they say, if there's any incriminating evidences on here. Not really anything. These are some headphone hat boards. So you know the Odroid Go headphone boards we've been playing with. These are a latest revision of those, which is actually a V3 now. And let's have a look at the boards. So first thing first, yep, they look good. The plating is pretty darn good. And I'm going to zoom in so you can have a look. So they've put a sort of manufacturing number there on the middle, but that's fine. They're allowed to do that. But the I think it's hot air leveled, but could be a bit smoother on that. But that's going to be no problem in terms of actually soldering it. I'm seeing a interesting. Okay, so on this bottom board, you can see with little back office logo, there's a bit of a smear in the silk screen, but absolutely fine, really. I mean, I've got no problems with that at all. Silk screening is pretty clear and legible. Sometimes with some companies it doesn't come out particularly sharp on the smaller fonts, but that's okay with this. And yeah, I think that looks pretty acceptable. In fact, what we can do though, the design change for this was to do with a headphone socket revision. And I do actually have a baggie here of the headphone socket, so let's see if it fits. Or I'll have a lot of stress now having to modify this like I have had to do in the past. So I designed the footprint for this myself, so if it doesn't fit, I've only myself to blame. Come on. Oh no. Get in there. It's a tight fit, but it does fit. Yeah. Phew. I can have a sort of collective sigh of relief as that did actually fit, and it means I can crack on and get some more Odroid hats made. Hooray! Hooray for that. Good. So that's good on the old Odroid hat status. Now let's see what else we've got. Now, I've got a couple of other different boards here, and please ping me on the Discord channel if you would like to be involved in these, because I'm not sure I'm going to make these out as stuff to sell. Making stuff to sell sounds good in practice, but it's kind of a burden for me, and I don't think it doesn't make me anything. It just costs me time. I'm kind of not wanting to do it too much of it going forward, but let's see how that goes. I think if I could maybe sell boards and you could make them yourself, but ping me on Discord if you're interested in either of these. Now, this on the right is a RetroNet board, and we haven't seen the RetroNet board for a while, have we? Remember, they use the ESP module and USB for power, reset tact switch if you want it, and your D sub. And then on the back, gosh, what was that? There's your power regulator, and then there's your level converter chip, and a few solder jumpers so you can reconfigure it. So that is a RetroNet board. So we're going to probably make a few RetroNets. Have to rustle up some spare parts for that. Order some ESP modules, or perhaps I'll just send the boards out and you guys and gals at home can make them and send me some pictures of them on Twitter or something. Say, Andrew, how clever you are. We're going to go on a BBS with you. Now, this is a really interesting one because this is the Logic Probe PCB that we made up. And I, for one, cannot remember what the heck we designed. We did it in a stream, so I can see that there's the tip has the probe end there, and that's your USB at the other end. I mean, let's see if we can fit the whole thing in. We can just about. But look at this. So we've got a IC here, which I think is a PIC 688 chip, because that's the programming header. But it's like, what was that for? Is that might be an RS232R chip to convert it to give us a signal, an output for a USB. But then I'm also noticing here an in-circuit programmer header here. So I don't know, maybe if that was an ARM Cortex. I can't remember what we did. How embarrassing. But I'm going to put the circuit on the GitHub. I think it already is. And anybody who fancies making up some and testing these out for me can go ahead, because we've got a whole bunch of these boards. Look at that. And yeah, I have to say thanks to Seed Studio. They've done a good job on the PCB. And you know, once the holidays were finished and they got round to making them, it was pretty quick. And they checked the boards and it was pretty seamless. I don't know if they make them themselves or they ship them out to somebody else, but they've done themselves proud on this one. So hopefully that's some use to you. Seed Studio. I think it's called Seed Studio Fusion or something. Go on their site, you'll see the service. They definitely do the PCBs. As ever, thanks for watching.